I'm gonna say this, and I'm always gonna continue to say this. No one is gonna love you the way you're gonna love yourself. For some people, they're gonna look at you and be like, "Love yourself? What you mean? Like, nobody, you need love." Listen, there's so many people in this world out to hurt you, out to hurt people. When you pour into yourself and you invest in yourself, that's actually the best investment you can do for yourself, because I've I've come across so many people, met so many people that they'll put so much into other people, but when it's time for them to get that in return, they, how can I say it? Big disappointment. But me personally, I've noticed that by doing research and meeting people that are very successful, they pour it into themselves. They invest into themselves. Self-care. For example, they'll go out to eat in the comfort of, for them, because they want to be at peace. Me personally, I'm always going out by myself. I go out to eat. If it's something that I want to try, I will try it. And along the way, I'll meet other people. You don't need nobody to go out with you. You don't need nobody to fulfill you. Because when you focus on yourself, isolating yourself, staying away from negativity, you'll attract the people that are like-minded. It may not be a lifetime, it may just be seasonal, it may just be for that day, but you just engaging with other people in this positive energy, you more likely to be more at peace. Before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend. Best friend. And I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And today we're going to talk about put more into yourself. Put more into yourself and love yourself, because as I stated before, nobody's going to love you the way you're going to love yourself. And guess what? The way you treat yourself, the way other people is going to treat you. Let's use this by an example. There's people out here that you see all the time that are just so miserable. Every time you turn around, there's somebody's name in their mouth. And they're not saying the best things at all. Because, listen, we all have a daytime that we're going to go, right? Because we're not made to be here, right? We're here to fulfill a purpose, to make a difference. But guess what? There's so many people out here that's living a life, and it's just a waste of air. They just, there's other people that were actually here, and you wonder, like, yo, if you use that energy and put it somewhere else, or put that into yourself, you won't be so miserable. But most people don't get that because they don't have an identity. And I've made videos, especially last week, or how should I say, a few videos ago. Most people don't have an identity. But for you as a person, if you don't understand about having an identity and learning about yourself and knowing what you live here, knowing what you're here for, take that time and put that into yourself. If there's some things that you're just curious to try, an example, like you want to try and get a manicure and pedicure, and you're a guy, go and try it. It doesn't make you less than a man. Actually, a lot of women will find you more attractive because you're more clean, the right women. Now, some guys, only women do that. Okay, cool, that's you. But if you're wondering why that beautiful girl or that particular woman always looking at that pretty boy or that person who's just take care of himself, then you see why. Now, I'm not saying that's what you have to, but at the same time, when did it get to the point where you taking care of yourself, cleaning yourself, is a problem as a man? What makes you less than a man? But hey, to each his own. But where I'm going with this is this. Focus on yourself. Put that time and energy to yourself. Do your research. We got so many resources out here in how to love yourself. There's things that you're curious about that you don't even realize that you can try. And That's actually pouring into yourself. I was actually having a conversation with my cousin of mine, right? And I'm not afraid to admit this and bring this up, right? As a kid, growing up, I had to take speech classes because me being my parents, my background is the Caribbean, right? They spoke two languages, and my mom, she didn't really even know how to speak English until I was until like a teenager. So all I heard was just Haitian Creole. That's all I heard. My father, that's all he spoke until I got older and we started speaking English, right? So I had to take speech classes. And what happened was my mom would get gifts, and even like, when we were younger, I have to explain this because some people gonna be wondering, like, people are just weird. So I gotta explain this thing because for those of you that watch my videos, bear with me. So I used to get gifts of books, and when I was younger, that's all I did was read. Now, for me, I understood reading, but to actually read it, I couldn't pronounce the words because I was, two languages. All I knew was just Haitian Creole, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I knew English, you know what I mean? But I couldn't speak it. I didn't understand. Like reading the word, I could read. I know the word, but I couldn't. So all I knew growing up until this day is reading. All I do is read, even if I'm just going online reading. So one of the benefits that I have, this is where I'm going with this, y'all. I always read about health. I always read about love. I always did research. And one of the researches that I've done, for those of you that are wondering why I'm talking about this, research on self-love. As I was growing up, I always had people, making fun of me. I didn't have friends to the real good friends until I got older and realized I don't really need friends. I got a few people that I chop it up with, we cool. But if you were to check my phone right now, I barely have anyone to hit me up unless they want to know something or they need something. And it's cool. But one thing I can tell you, I go certain places, but I go to a lot of places by myself. And trust me, it's just not the regular places that most people will go to. I'll chop it up with people that are actually doing really good for themselves. I'll put more time and energy into myself. And that's one of the things that benefited me, especially being young until now, was nobody really was really real with me and being true with me. Even with family, it's alright. Even with family. Even though there are a lot of them want to hang with me, but it's always to the point where I have to always look out for them. It's always something that I have to do for them. I'm more of a service to them more than they are to me. And it's only hitting me up when they need me. And it's all right. Hey, some people, dang, come on, that's a little too much, this, that, and the third. No, I'm going to break it down to you because guess what? A part of me doing this video is for me, using humility. Because guess what? I'm not perfect. And I'm the example that you can be the same way too. Focus on yourself, love yourself. And guess what? When you're doing that, guess what? Like I said, you're going to have your own identity. You're going to have your own style. You could just pop out with a shirt just like me and then, with a hat. People going to look at you, think you cool. People are just curious about you. Instead of you being fake and you jacking someone's style and try to be like someone else, and you don't even know who they really are. And that's one of the reasons why, I got something that I'm doing with myself, and I don't even tell nobody my business. And actually, whatever I got going on, I want to do, people don't even know. People don't even know that I got a lot of things going on. And that's a part of having your identity. And part of having your own identity is about loving yourself, treat yourself, going on vacation. If it's that bottle of cologne or perfume you want to purchase, go and purchase it. Pair of sneakers you want to get, go and get it. As long as you're comfortable with it, you're happy, cool. I got a pair of sneakers right now. It's some Pumas or something like that. They're pretty cool, But at the same time, not everybody rocking those Pumas. I don't care. And that's the problem. That's the thing that you need to realize. Stop caring what people think. Don't worry about no one else but yourself. Love yourself. Treat yourself. Take care of yourself. Because nobody's going to do it for you. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you got a girlfriend. It don't even matter. You have kids. Well, you gotta take care of your kids, but at the same time, you gotta treat yourself. Even if you could just take something out for yourself and put it in reserve. And if it's something that you really want to do, save it and get what you want to get. Because nobody's gonna do it for you. Love yourself. Treat yourself. If this video resonate with you, I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. And I'll see you on the next video. All right? Peace.